Democratic National Convention started last night. President Biden took the stage in Chicago just before midnight, passed the torch to Vice President Kamala Harris, calling her tough, experienced, with enormous integrity. He also warned of the danger posed by Donald Trump, saying that democracy must be preserved.
We have team coverage from Chicago this morning. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, she made it to Chicago. She's there on the convention floor and starts us off. Good morning to you, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, this was a jam-packed and emotional first night. The president speaking for nearly an hour, going well past midnight, and in many ways, this was his swan song. The president touting and defending his record and making a forceful case for Kamala Harris to carry his legacy forward.
Your 46th president of the United States, Joe Biden.
Overnight, a teary-eyed Joe Biden taking the convention stage to a rousing standing ovation over 4 minutes long. The crowd chanting, "Thank you, Joe."
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The president passing the torch to his vice president, Kamala Harris. They're watching on.
Selecting Kamala was the very first decision I made when I became our nominee. And it was the best decision I made my whole career.
It was not the address he had expected to give. The president speaking on the first night of what just a month ago he thought would be his convention.
It's been the honor of my lifetime to serve as your president. I love the job, but I love my country more.
The president ticking through his accomplishments, but arguing it's Harris, not him, who's now best suited to finish the job.
I promise I'll be the best volunteer Harrison Walsh has ever seen.
Harris making a surprise appearance on the stage earlier in the night and praising Biden.
Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to do. We are forever grateful to you. Thank you, Joe.
The vice president, now the second woman to lead a major party's ticket. The first, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, now also passing the torch.
Something is happening in America. You can feel it.
Clinton noting Harris could now be the one to finally break that glass ceiling.
This is our time, America. This is when we stand up. This is when we break through. The future is here. It's in our grasp. Let's go win it.
But the last word belonging to Biden. The president eager to cement his legacy and deliver the White House to Harris.
Let me know in my heart, when my days are through, America, America, I gave my best to you.
The party's past and future embracing on the stage. Harris appearing to tell Biden, "I love you so much."
Harris now heads to Milwaukee for a rally there tonight alongside her running mate Tim Walz. While back here on the convention floor tonight, the big headliners, the Obamas, the former president and Michelle Obama both delivering remarks. Then Wednesday is Walz's night before Harris's big moment on Thursday. George.
Okay, Mary, thanks. Let's bring in our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, Rachel Scott, who's covering the campaigns. John, let me begin with you. As Mary said, this was not the speech that Joe Biden expected to be giving just a few months ago, but he seemed to make the most of it.
He sure did, and he soaked in the adulation of this crowd, the gratitude of his crowd, not just for a career in public service, but for that decision that was largely forced on him at the end to bow out of the race and hand it over to Kamala Harris. You know, George, the speech was a little long. It was obviously late. It was after midnight when he got to the most important part of the speech, which you heard Mary cite, where he said the most important decision that he made in his entire career was selecting Kamala Harris as his running mate. And George, if she wins this election, that will almost certainly be true, the most consequential decision choosing her as his running mate.
No question. It's pretty clear that one of the key themes for the Democrats this week is going to be unity.
Yeah, absolutely unity. And you see unity here. This is such a contrast from the 2016 campaign where you had all the bitterness of the Bernie Sanders supporters. The entire Democratic Party here is unified behind Kamala Harris and energized in a way that, frankly, they were absolutely not energized under Joe Biden. And make no mistake, George, there is nobody here, for all the bitterness that is still there, that Biden was forced out of this race. He clearly believes he could have won if he had stayed in, but he really had no choice. There is nobody more vested in a Kamala Harris victory than Joe Biden. If she wins, his legacy is preserved. If she loses, he will largely take the blame, and Donald Trump has made it clear that he will do everything he can to pick apart everything that Joe Biden accomplished over the last 3.5 years.
No question about that. Let's bring in Rachel Scott. We do know that Donald Trump was out there campaigning yesterday in Pennsylvania. Typically mixed message.
It really was, George. And look, the challenge for Vice President Kamala Harris ahead of the election will be defining her own message. The challenge for former President Donald Trump will be staying focused on his message. So his campaign this week has him hitting all these different battleground states. Every single day is focused on a different theme, from the economy to the border to law and order. The former president largely stayed on script, but then he also veered off and he portrayed Harris as foreign. He questioned if Democrats really know where she came from. And also on social media, he's still fuming that President Biden is no longer in this race. It's a sign that the former president knows that this is a race that is now neck and neck. But almost every Republican that I talk to, they do not deny that Harris has gained some momentum since she entered the race, but they also still point out that Donald Trump does have a slight advantage on some of these key issues: the economy, crime, inflation. The question is whether or not Donald Trump can stay focused on those issues heading into the election, George.
It sure is a big question. Okay, Rachel. John, thanks very much. There were demonstrations over the war in Gaza outside the convention center ahead of President Biden's speech. Relatively subdued protests inside the hall. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has the story. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. And protesters marched peacefully for hours before arriving at this park. You can see how close it is to the United Center. Then a splinter group came charging down this hill and began dismantling this barrier, actually removing parts of that steel cage, pouring into this buffer zone before hundreds of riot police converged, pushing them out, arresting 4 of them.
This morning, Chicago police bracing for another round of protests.
Come on, let's go!
After dozens breached the outer perimeter of the DNC late Monday.
Right now, you see protesters having broken through this barrier, trying to get into the convention center.
They'd gathered earlier, thousands of them, to condemn the Biden-Harris administration's handling of the Israel-Gaza conflict, the through line of the dozens of protest actions planned here this week. The march wove through Chicago, north of the convention center, where hundreds of officers on bikes formed a rolling barricade, hemming them in. Then, as they filled this park, tensions rising.
Some of them have wanted to turn right towards here, and you may be able to see that barricade of police. That's towards the convention center, and this appears to have set off some sort of fight.
That park right up against the DNC's steel cage perimeter, and there a smaller group of protesters disassembling parts of it, pouring into the breach and taunting police on the other side.
Riot police are moving in. They're about to push back these protesters who burst through this fence a few moments ago. They've got batons.
Riot police moving in from 2 sides, squeezing the protesters out of the buffer zone. After an hour, clearing the park.
Once they breached the fence, well, we knew that that was problematic. We had to put an end to it.
Now, workers spent all night here reinforcing this barrier. You can see they added concrete and even these steel brackets here. Now, one of the events that law enforcement has been most concerned about is happening tonight. It's an unpermitted protest outside the Israeli consulate here in Chicago, set to take place at just about the time that former President Obama and others will take the stage at the United Center. Robin.
All right. Our thanks to you, Matt.
Yeah, and you know, ABC News, of course, covering the Democratic National Convention in Chicago tonight in prime time. It streams on ABC News Live at 7 Eastern, then here on the network at 10.